During this video, I'd like to teach you 7 common mistakes women make with their eye makeup. So let's jump in and then let me know what you think. Okay, mistake number 1 is not preparing your eyelids. Now, you can prepare your eyelids in a number of ways. You can use eye prime, you can use a concealer. Sometimes concealers can be quite thick, or just a foundation. Today, I'm just prepping my eyelids with the same product that I used on my base today, which is the Revlon Serum Tint. So you just want to really have that nice one color similar to the base all over the eyelid, right into that inner corner and then up underneath the brow. Next, we want to set the eyelid. So as you can see, it's starting to sit in the creases of the eyelid there. So we just want to set that down. And you can do this in a number of ways. You could use like a setting powder and set the whole entire area. You could use a lighter eyeshadow as well, something like this, or a medium, a little bit warmer than that as well. Today, I'm just going to keep this nice and simple, and I'm going to set it with the eyeshadow that we're going to use for the eye. And I'm just using a bronzer today. Again, keeping this nice and simple. You can see it's a well-used bronzer and it's just a medium tone. So this is mistake number 2, and that is basically not setting this eyelid. So we're going to use the Airbrush bronzer by Charlotte Tilbury. This is just a bronzing product. We're going to place this and we're going to go right in on this mobile lid here. Now what we're going to do is just pat it in just in that area. Now, mistake number 3 is leaving it here and not coming up onto this brow bone. As we get older, we tend to have a more hooded eye. It starts to come out. And if we leave this just without any shade, it will just hood. So you can see that hooding. So what we're going to do is take that same shade. We're going to start in that corner and we're just going to bring it out ever so slightly, and we're on that brow bone. So we're really making sure we're up on that brow bone, and that'll help to create lift through the eye. So instantly my eye looks a little bit more lifted. Okay, mistake number 4 is taking a light shade, and look, we used to do this when we're younger, or I can still do it on my younger clients. I'm popping a light shade through this inner corner here. Now, the reason why this is a mistake, and you'll start to see it very, very shortly, is all it's doing is it is emphasizing that fold. So it's made it bigger, it's made it fold over the eye and really make my eye look quite tired. So instead of doing that, yes, you can keep a tiny lightness just in that inner corner should you wish. Instead of doing that, take that same shade that we used before, and what we're going to do is run that into this inner corner. And we're going to take it all the way in so that it hides that fold just a little bit, makes it a little bit more discreet. It's more of a medium shade. Also makes your makeup really, really easy. So I would bring that all the way in, and what that's doing is just hiding that fold. The eye is instantly a little bit more lifted. Next, I would just add a little bit of that same shade and just run it underneath. So this isn't really a mistake or anything. This is just something that I prefer to do. I feel like it makes the eyes look a little bit bigger, looks a little bit more cohesive, and it just sort of finishes off the look. Mistake number 5 is feeling that you need a very heavy or a black eyeliner, okay? And trying to draw that line directly on your eye. The best thing you can do, or the easiest thing, is just lay that pencil down. Use a chocolate brown, something a little bit softer that will help to just enhance that eye frame without taking over the eyelid. Because as we get older, we're losing real estate up here. We don't have as much room, so we really don't want a big line that's going to cover too much of that area. You can thicken it slightly to this outer corner, and depending on where your eyes are situated, you can do a little bit in the inner corner as well. I would suggest that if your eyes are quite close set, to bring it out here and not go in the inner corner. And same as the other way around, if you've got very wide set eyes, you don't really want that wing too much. You're better off to just come in the inner corner. Mistake number 6 would be using too much shimmer. Now, it's not that you can't use shimmer, because I think why not? If you want a little bit of shimmer, I think why not? But what happens is when we place the shimmer on our eyelid, and say we place it right here, because you really want it just in the ball of the eye, right there where that pupil is, so it brings the eyes out. What happens is it goes onto that fold. You can still see that fold of the eyelid, and then the shimmer will transfer. So the best thing is to work out where that fold starts for you and make sure you're nowhere near it, okay? The other option is to use your finger with the shimmer. So I'm going to pick a shimmer out of this palette here. I'll just pick that really nice bright champagne. The reason I use my finger is it's stuck to my finger. It's not going to go anywhere else. But I'm going to place it really, really close to that lash line, like literally so close. So when you see that I'm opening my eye, it's not touching that fold. This eye isn't as folded because we are not even. So I'm just placing it there. So yeah, it just looks a little bit non-blended at the moment. I'm going to go back in with my fluffy brush and just bring it through this crease. We don't want to really touch the shimmer. You could just give it a little soften on those edges so it looks natural, but that's where I'd place the shimmer. Mistake number 7 is feeling that you always have to have black mascara. You don't. I'm going to use a navy blue. This just, will help to pop the eyes, and it's just a nice contrast to the makeup as well. If you have brown eyes, a navy blue would look really, really nice and help to bring out your brown eyes. So there you have it. Those are the common eye makeup mistakes and just how to fix them. And it just makes your routine just that little bit more simple. Doesn't have to be too overcomplicated, but just a couple of things that'll just really help to lift those eyes and just make it a little bit easier for you to do your eye makeup.